And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game. And the hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K. Here we are, Greg, in Game 1 of the NBA season. How does opening night feel different from the rest of the season, the rest of the schedule?
Well, Kevin, it's the excitement of the unknown. Everybody comes in with the highest of expectations, right? You got new teammates, some new wrinkles, still a lot to figure out and shake out over the course of a long season.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Tatum out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Maxey. Then it's Okongwu. And it's Melton in at the one. A shot by Sabonis, nobody around. Buries the long-range jumper.
The confident lefty stroke of Sabonis on full display.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr. He knows how much Jason Tatum can impact the game. And Coach told me Tatum has improved the way he reads the game, how he responds to a defense. He's faster. That means we have to be crisp with how we rotate and send a double. Not a lot of wiggle room on the floor when Tatum is processing information. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Harden against Melton. And the jam by Harden.
Just an absolute master at creating separation. That is a nice move by Harden to free himself up.
Tatum on the wing. Outside Portis. His three-pointer's off the mark. Outside Gordon. Pass to Middleton. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Maxey attacking. Outside Portis. And here's Maxey. Here's Tatum. Outside Portis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Portis has got 6.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
Middleton finds Sabonis. Outside Gordon. Launches a 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas.
Yeah, let's check out some numbers here for James Harden. Last season, he played outstanding. He put in about 16 points a game last year, 8 assists and 5 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
They feel confident with him at the helm. He's effective at running the offense, and having someone like that off the bench is an absolute luxury.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Check out the story on Jonas Valanciunas. Last year, getting it done. 16th in shooting percentage. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And a guy who rarely takes a bad shot. I love the way he plays. Completely unselfish with the basketball. I think he'd rather pass it off than take a bad shot. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Portis can't get it to go.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough openings to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
He throw good, James Harden.
And Harden is capable of getting you a triple-double every game. His versatility is incredible.
And both free throws good for James Harden. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Here's Maxey. Cans the shot from the wing.
You see how creative Maxey is, just dissecting the defense with his handles.
Harden kicks to Middleton. Back to Harden. Clock at 6. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Portis.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Melton, no good. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Warriors. They trail by 1. Harden the pass to Gordon. Shoots over Melton. And the Warriors miss again.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Okongwu kicks to Maxey. Off target from three-point range. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Middleton outside. Here's Gordon. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Outside, Maxey. Outside Portis. Over Sabonis. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Warriors lead it. Middleton looking it over. Sabonis finds Middleton. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. Harden up top. He's covered by Maxey. Got that one. Harden's got 6.
Figuring out ways to score. That is James Harden's specialty. The beard can hurt you inside and out.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Fred VanVleet is checked in for the Warriors. Clarkson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And here are the Cavaliers now. It's a 3-point game. Middleton against Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Okongwu with a screen on Middleton. And Tatum launches it from deep. Can't connect from long distance.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Pass to Middleton. With the fadeaway. Okongwu grabs the board. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Here's Tatum. Back to Clarkson. Lets it go from deep. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Clever on-ball decision by Clarkson, using the pick to get himself free for that one.
VanVleet kicks to Sabonis. That falls. Great assist by VanVleet. Sabonis has got 6.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Maxey with it. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Nice work on the interior. Maxey looks so composed amongst those trees.
Middleton outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Clarkson on the wing. Covered by VanVleet. A shot by Clarkson. No good. Warriors leading by 4. Middleton right side. To the middle. And stolen by Portis. Tatum passes to Maxey. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
First personal foul.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And in addition, the three-point shooting has been dialed in tonight. They seem poised for a big game from deep.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Royce O'Neal comes in for Chris Middleton. And Strus is subbed in for James Harden. RJ, talk about a guy who can completely take over. Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, I love his energy. I love his focus. I love his love for the game. He is relentless. What's amazing is that there's still so much upside there, Kevin.
And from undrafted to journeyman to starter, Richard, you got to admire stories like Royce O'Neal.
It's motivational, Kevin. Just because you don't get drafted doesn't mean you can't make it to the NBA, which is exactly what O'Neal has done.
Patrick Beverley's checked in for the Cavaliers. On the free throw, no good. And Van Vliet, not the same scorer he once was, Richard, but he has improved his playmaking.
And that's the adjustment that Van Vliet needed to make. The scoring doesn't always have to be there for him. But if he can set up, facilitate, and be a game manager, he'll find a large role.
Now Clarkson puts it up from 12. The rebound by Sharp. Warriors leading by 3. Outside, O'Neal. Sabonis finds Strus. The kick out to O'Neal. Oh, good with the triple.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Watson dishes to Hunter. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. Hunter's got the game tied up here for Cleveland.
And a very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
And Peyton Watson gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
.127 left in the first quarter. Here's Van Vliet. Pass to Strus. And here's Sabonis. 5 on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And it's Strus missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Clarkson with the ball. Now here's Hunter. 12 points his last outing. The shot, no good. Here's Van Vliet. O'Neal outside for 3. And it's Sharp missing. For Cleveland, they come into this one following a loss to Indiana. Beverley against Van Vliet. Hunter, no one around him. Drills it from outside. Hunter's got his second basket of the night.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
There's 14 seconds left to play here in the first. And here is Van Vliet. Hasn't made one yet. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Cleveland ahead, up by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from San Francisco. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Cavaliers.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And I also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
On the court for Cleveland, Bobby Portis out there with DeAndre Hunter. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Maxey. And it's Bitadze in at the center position. Maxey, and he uses the glass on the layup. 9 points for Tyrese Maxey.
So tenacious. Maxey finds a way through.
Pass to Strus. Takes a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Outside, Maxey. The Warriors pull it in.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That's his first foul. Ray, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
The Warriors making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. And Cleveland with a change here too. Tatum, he's checked in for Goga Bitadze. From 20 feet out. The shot will not fall. Cavaliers leading. Tatum with it. Now guarded by Middleton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Chris Middleton.
An active scorer, whenever Tatum forces the issue and goes at the defense, they have to compromise.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Tatum. Well, over the years, the Warriors have had some historic tax bills.
Yeah, and for the most part, it's been well worth it because it's led to championships and they generate a ton of income. But now, with this tax repeater penalties, you can see why they've tried to cut costs, and every team in the league has followed.
And he makes both free throws.
And you watch Jason Tatum. Year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Lets it go from 11. Hits the front of the rim and out. Cleveland leading by 4. Everly with the ball. Nothing on the board. A floater. And it's laid in by Maxey.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but has also led the league in assists. So, it's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's made the decision he wants to huddle up with this guy. Okongwu's checked in for the Cavaliers. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Patrick Beverly. quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Strus. Golden State moving the ball around. Now Harden. Just 5 on the clock. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Making the circus shots. That's just a routine play for James Harden at this point in time.
The Warriors shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
James Harden. One shot.
And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Leading by 5. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Richard, take a look at DeAnthony Melton's game. A combo guard, and size him up for us.
He's one of the combo guards that every team loves to have on their roster. He can hit an open three, but he can also guard a #1 offensive player on the other end and take the challenge every single night.
First one falls for him. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
From deep Harden, it's good from long range. Harden's got 12 points in the game.
What a game from Harden, filling it up. James, everyone knows this man is just a gifted scorer.
Pass to Hunter. Okongwu with a screen on Middleton. For 3, Hunter. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
A solid passer and rebounder, but it's really scoring where Middleton shows up big. He can be just relentless on that end of the floor.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And the experience and consistency Middleton offers is valuable to this team. He's still such an important player.
Middleton hits them both.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Maxey kicks to Hunter. Fades away. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Gordon's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's Harden with the drive. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Tatum looking around. Outside, Maxey. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Valanciunas in the high post. Pass to Middleton. Six on the shot clock. Hunter grabs the miss. Cleveland leading by 4. Outside Tatum. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for James Harden.
Number 5, Fred VanVleet.
Tatum finds Maxey. Tatum setting the pick for Maxey. Shoots over Strus. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds now tonight. pass to Van Vliet. Valanciunas with a screen on Melton. And there's Valanciunas on the assist from Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got his third assist on the night. Hunter on the wing. That three off the mark.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Strus kicks to Middleton. Over Hunter. Middleton the pass to Strus. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good on the triple. Strus has got 6.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Maxey. Count it. Good. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. He's checked in for the Warriors. Royce O'Neal comes in for Chris Middleton. Aiden Watson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Maxey. Valanciunas finds Van Vliet. Back to Valanciunas. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 4th assist in this one.
At 7 feet, Valanciunas' size comes in handy from there, especially when he's under heavy pressure.
Here's Melton. And Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds in this game. To the paint. Here's Strus. Jason Tatum grabs the board. The Cavaliers trailing. On the wing, Melton. Covered by Van Vliet. The 3 is drilled by Tatum.
Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it. He loves to fill it up from range.
Van Vliet against Melton. Offensive rebound. Valanciunas.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
And the basket by Tatum.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Valanciunas sets a screen for Van Vliet. Goes up on the wing. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Valanciunas has got 8 points.
The pick and roll is such a reliable play with Van Vliet.
Greg, what's the key thing Fred Van Vliet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And this is why coaches stress
the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
And the Warriors making a change here. Sharp's checked in, and Cleveland also making a change. Bitadze's checked in. Melton against Van Vliet. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's his first trip to the line.
Team scores. At the line for the Dubs, Daron Sharp, taking 2 shots.
And that one misses. Portis, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Good on the second free throw. 1:57 left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Bitadze. They set the pick. Clarkson for 3. O'Neal with the rebound.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Clarkson against Strus. Sharp the pass to Van Vliet. Fires from deep. And it's Sharp missing. The Cavaliers have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. Tatum down low. Defended by Strus.
And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Domantas Sabonis. He's coming off an excellent season. First in rebounding. And he was such a reliable option offensively, finishing in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
And getting back to the fact that he led the league in rebounding, you know how hard that is? What a tremendous asset to the team. The first free throw is good.
And here in the second quarter, he's starting to work himself to the free throw line. That's a good move.
Both shots good from the stripe.
What strikes me about Jason Tatum is really his versatility. He's got any move for any situation that you throw at him. His moves have moves. His counters have counters. That is a man that can finish plays or make them.
Sharp finds Van Vliet. Sabonis' screen on Melton. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Last game for the Warriors, it was a loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota. Pass to Clarkson. Tatum on the wing. Guarded by O'Neal. Tatum using his size inside.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Van Vliet passes to O'Neal. A shot by Sharp. Nobody around. And the Warriors miss again. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Outside Tatum. Back to Melton. Tatum setting the pick for Melton. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Cavaliers lead by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Jason Tatum. You have been rolling early. How did you get in that rhythm?
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And get ready for the fans. Half-court shot. Drum. They're measuring up the shot. Give it up for the participants.
Hello, everyone, and welcome Tonight's featured game sees the Cleveland Cavaliers in a tight one. Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, man, it's a hot dog. Cheese, it's right there in the name.
Well, it's got meat, correct?
Right.
It has bread.
Right.
Isn't that what it takes to make a sandwich?
Stuffed between bread?
That's not how it works. Every summer they have a hot dog eating contest, not a sandwich eating contest. They're different.
And moving on to the Cavaliers' first half. It's a close one through 2 quarters.
I love the depth of this team, man. Their subs have been huge tonight, giving them a scoring punch that they needed most.
And credit their coach for a rather liberal substitution pattern. He mixed and matched beautifully in that first half. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
They've got Jonas Valanciunas. Chris Middleton is out there with Harden. Then it's Sabonis, and it's Gordon in at the 3 spot. And Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Warriors trail by 3. Harden outside. Valanciunas with a screen on Maxey. And James Harden good for 3. Harden's got the first points in the second half here for the Warriors. Portis sets the pick for Melton. The 3. Warriors with the rebound. Valanciunas has got 8 rebounds in this game. On the wing, Gordon. Guarded by Tatum. Kicks it out to Harden. Golden State moving the ball around. No good from Valanciunas. The Cavaliers shooting about 42% so far. Maxey passes to Okongwu. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Sabonis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Harden outside. Sabonis feeling it out a bit. Harden no good.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
Here goes. What a jam! Tatum doing it with style.
One of the craziest dunks we've seen. Tatum with the bounce.
Outside, Sabonis. Back to Harden for the lead. A 3-pointer is right on target. Harden's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Warriors. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Checked in for Tatum. With a break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. Domantas Sabonis is on top.
And, you know, he took a lot of pride in being at the top of that rebounding list. When all was said and done, he was a man among boys.
Now Melton. Pass to Hunter. Outside Portis. 6 to shoot. Melton finds Portis. The shot's good. Portis has got 8. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Middleton outside. Harden against Melton. from outside the arc. And another three for Golden State.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Melton feeling it out a bit. Hunter kicks to Melton. Portis sets the pick for Melton. Outside Portis. Tried to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Now here's Middleton. He has 5. Back to Harden. In the corner, Middleton with it. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Middleton's got the lead up to 4 now for the Warriors. Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
Harden against Maxey. Knocked loose. Stolen by Middleton. An easy 2 points on the layup. And now an 8-point Warrior lead.
It's difficult trying to throw Middleton off his rhythm. Remarkable job staying with that shot.
Maxey passes to Melton. Back to Maxey. Portis a screen on Harden. And that one's good. Maxey.
When Maxey is feeling himself, he can really fill up that stat sheet.
Harden the pass to Valanciunas. In the corner, it's Gordon. Here's Harden, and it's sent back by Okongwu. And now Maxey pushing it up, and no one back there to stop him.
Well, Maxey goes hard at the inside D, basically taking away their good options.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And their passing has been great as well. Ball movement is key in getting good looks, and they've had that down tonight.
He throw good, Maxey.
What I love most about Maxey is his aggressive attitude. When he's out there, he keeps his foot on the gas pedal.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Sharp comes in for Valanciunas, and it's Fred VanVleet in for James Harden. Then for the Cavaliers, Goga Bitadze's checked in for Okongwu, and it's Clarkson in for DeAnthony Melton. Buries it from three-point range.
How about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Outside, Maxey. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. Fred VanVleet picks one up.
Willing that ball in. Tyrese Maxey has a nose for points.
This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Royce O'Neal's checked in for the Warriors. Max Strus comes in for Chris Middleton. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
It's time for next man. If you see yourself on the big screen, you know what to do. What's the move?
And let's look now at Aaron Gordon's numbers. Good season for him last year. Came in about 14 points per, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And when they need to add defense, that's who they look to.
It's hard to find defensive spark plugs, but he is one of them. The whole team comes alive on D when he's in the game.
A moment to check out the numbers for Fred VanVleet. Coming off a terrific season. And he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everyone involved. Maxey against VanVleet. Maxey kicks to Clarkson. For three, Hunter. The offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Maxey. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. It's Strus on the wing. He's covered by Clarkson. Van Vliet against Maxey. The shot from the low post is good. Van Vliet's got his first points of the game.
Ready to play rough inside. Van Vliet navigates the contact.
Clarkson for three. The rebound by Sharp. Warriors leading by 5. Here's Van Vliet. Strus finds Van Vliet. Back to Strus. And stolen by Maxey. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Here's Van Vliet. And that one hits back iron.
Well, he better buy his teammates dinner tonight because they've covered him for what has been a terrible, absolute terrible shooting display.
And boy, when Hunter's aggressive, good things seem to happen for him and his team.
Van Vliet passes to Strus. Takes the three. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Cavaliers have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Pass to Maxey. And they double up Maxey. For the lead, sinks the triple. Maxey's got 13 points in the second half.
This is his second three this half. He's getting even more bold at that arc.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Chris Middleton's checked in for Golden State. Want to switch here also for Cleveland. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Portis. The Warriors trail. And here is Van Vliet. Outside Gordon. Pass to Middleton. Shoots over Clarkson and misses it off the right side of the rim. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 15-5 run. .153 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Maxey. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got 6 rebounds now in the game. O'Neal on the wing, guarded by Tatum. Here's Sharp, kicks it out to Gordon. A second chance effort. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The free throw drops for Sharp. That one is no good. Cavaliers have gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%.
The number of threes are increasing for Maxey since he entered the league. He is getting more comfortable out there.
Van Vliet outside. 1:06 left to play in the third. And they pick up 2. Van Vliet's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Outside, Maxey. Ball's knocked loose. Middleton outside. Gordon with a screen on Clarkson. For 3, Middleton. Hunter grabs the miss.
He knocked down a 3 in the first quarter, but he's still been unable to connect from deep past the break.
Here's Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
I'll tell you, when Maxey gets into his rhythm, he can go all night long.
Van Vliet outside. Sharp with a screen on Maxey.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for Cleveland. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. We'll get you back to the action after this break. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime-dropping ability.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Jordan Clarkson. Jason Tatum is out there with Portis. Then it's DeAnthony Melton. And it's Okongwu into the center, locking down the middle.
Brushing off the contact look. The dude is strong. When he gets in there, it's easy. That's an easy bucket.
From the line, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
As a player, a rough first half, look, it can wake you up. Sometimes it leads to much improved play in the second half.
Outside Portis. Back to Tatum. Cracks in the tray. Tatum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Middleton finds Harden. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Cavaliers. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Clarkson's got the lead up to 8 now for Cleveland. Harden up top. He's guarded by Melton. Harden, no good. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. Tatum draws the double. Back to Portis. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Okongwu with a screen on Harden. Just 5 to shoot. Tatum kicks to Portis. They get it back. And Okongwu slams it in.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Sabonis inside. Tatum on him. Back to Sabonis. Hits the three-point bomb.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. What you got for us, DA?
Hey, guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. Now, he kept it simple in the huddle. He said, play smart. If we don't beat ourselves, we walk away with the win. Keep it simple, and we got this. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. Okongwu with a screen on Middleton.
And having become such a dangerous scorer, Clarkson draws a lot of attention and his fair share of fouls.
Shooting for Cleveland, Jordan Clarkson, taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a bit, Clarkson tightened up his game, and now he is a key factor in what this team does.
And both free throws good for Clarkson. And, Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And, Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
In the corner, it's Melton. Back to Clarkson. Right side, Tatum. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
The efficiency from Tatum on the offensive end is terrific, not letting any scoring chances pass him by.
Middleton outside. Here's Harden. Pass to Valanciunas. Here's Sabonis. Guarded by Tatum. From deep, Harden. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Portis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Melton kicks to Portis. Clarkson for 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Harden outside. Here's Middleton, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And if you foul Middleton in the act, you may as well chalk the point up. He's always been a very consistent free throw shooter.
Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Cavaliers?
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Here's Clarkson. Pass to Okongwu. Melton with the ball. Outside Tatum. Lets a floater go. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Harden outside. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Second team foul. Shooting for Cleveland, Bobby Portis at the line for 1.
Free throw, no good for Portis. Fast break, here they come. Middleton is doubled. Pass to Sabonis. And stolen by Okongwu. Here's Tatum. Goes back up. And Okongwu finishes it off. And the Cavaliers lead by 14.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
That's the kind of aggression you want to see when you've got a team on the ropes.
Tatum passes to Clarkson. Back to Tatum. Portis a screen on Gordon. Here's Tatum. The Warriors pull it in. Valanciunas has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And they double up Gordon. Clarkson looking for an opening. Outside Tatum. Three-pointer. Tatum with another miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Gordon kicks to Valanciunas. Melton against Middleton. Pass to Valanciunas. Trying his luck from deep. They get it back. The kick out to Sabonis. Second chance shot. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Maxi's checked in.
At the line for the Dubs, Jonas Valanciunas. Shooting 1.
And a bruising, fundamentally sound big man. Valanciunas is a throwback. More importantly, he's willing to play whatever role is asked of him.
Tatum setting the pick for Melton. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Harden. Valanciunas. It's good on the putback.
And one way Valanciunas generates offense, using that big body to snare the board and keep the play alive.
Tatum setting the pick for Melton. Cranes the three-pointer. And the Cavaliers lead by 12.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Valanciunas with the ball. Here's Harden. Great D that time from Portis.
More than a few bad breaks for him this quarter. He's struggling, and the team is following suit on the scoreboard.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. And another three for Cleveland.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Middleton outside. Pass to Valanciunas. Outside Gordon. Now here's Sabonis. And the Warriors miss again.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Back to Tatum. And it's James Harden with the rebound. Warriors trail by 15. Outside Sabonis. Back to Harden. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Harden's got 23.
It's tough to defend that. The defense was there. Harden just makes a difficult shot.
Tatum draws the double. The three. Warriors with the rebound. 1:33 left here in the fourth quarter. Middleton against Clarkson. They double him with Clarkson. Gordon the pass to Harden. 13 feet away. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Maxey makes it off the glass. Maxey's got 39.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Cavaliers.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Tyrese Maxey.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple in this end, getting the looks that he wanted, and knocking them down.
There's 25 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Maxey passes to Portis. Back to Maxey. Okongwu a screen. To the right side. And here's Tatum for 3. That shot no good. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony and our reporter David Aldridge and the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. And now, our player of the game, Tyrese Maxey.